Hey guys, how you doing? It's me, Alan, here at Lfcredchat. Just sat through today's Tottenham pre-match press conference. Did my notes, and if anybody doesn't know already, the basis of this video is so that I myself can learn how to take good notes at a press conference, because this is what I want to do. I want to be a sports journalist and be able to report on a whole bunch of different things. That's why I have a whole bunch of articles forever going out, and I'm constantly trying to improve my writing style. But I sit here, take the notes, and I thought, might as well pass that on to people that aren't lucky enough to be able to find or to see the full pre-match, post-match interviews that he gives to the press. And so they're a little bit different from the ones that you see on TV, like after the game for the BBC or Sky Sports or NSNBC, wherever you're watching it from, BT Sports, whatever. They're a little bit different when he goes down and he sits down, and the press get to, the written press get to ask him questions, and they tend to go on a little bit longer. This one was 14 minutes, and they go over a whole host of things. Most of the time they rehash some of the questions because they're looking for an answer that they want. They'll make a good headline, but that's the way it is. But we'll go through them. So first of all, he was asked about injuries, usual sort of stuff for the start. Lucas is going to miss out. They're still waiting on his scan. But Coutinho, Sterling, Lallana should all be okay to play some role at some point during the game. He was then asked about Stevie after Stevie Gerrard, after the last game. He was talking about contracts and that they need to the club needs to step up and make sure that Raheem Sterling signs his deal. Henderson, who's only got a year left, I'm sure you know all about it. But basically what he said was Brendan thinks that Stevie's just relaying the message of the club. They want these deals to be done. They want them to get all sealed and everything and move on from them. This is what you'll see in a lot of newspapers or websites about Sterling's deal. He was offered a wonderful deal, is what Brendan's been called it. He's getting rewarded for what he's doing, and he basically alluded to that his agent is holding it up, trying to get some more money out of it. And agents are agents. This is their time that they get paid. Henderson should be organised soon as well. So they moved on and they started to talk about the Sterling deal again. He said it was an incredible deal. Sterling's very happy here. He has an opportunity to play here, he has an opportunity to play here. It's not a club, Liverpool are not a club to give way over the top of what a player is worth. So basically alluding to that, maybe the agent's asking for a little bit more than what he should be getting. But again, he reiterated that Sterling's deal is a really good one for his age. Big games. He was asked about big games. He said when he first came here that this is what he wanted: big games against Tottenham, and this game has become very important, he says, because of the start that we had at the start of the season. If you don't win this game, it's okay, you move on, but it puts more pressure on the upcoming games as we come along down the stretch. You've talked about Spurs a little bit. They like to press and control very much like Liverpool do as well. He was then asked, was the performance at White Hart Lane early on in the season, 3-0, Daniel Sturridge and all the rest of it in Balotelli's first game, was that the best performance that you've had all year? He says that we've performed better, alluding to the Chelsea Cup games, but not just didn't get the right results. He said that we've been playing at a really good level. That Tottenham are playing very well as well. They have a lot of good young players, 2 young players that are homegrown, come through the ranks. And Mason, he said he was outstanding. Listen to this. Brendan Rodgerisms, that people got so irate on Twitter after the Everton game that they just don't realise he says this about everything and about everybody. Everybody that you will ever ask Brendan, I can ask Brendan Rodgers, how do you think I play? This is what you'll say, and this is what he said about Mason. Outstanding. He's a great passer of the ball. He's got lots of great movement, and he's very technically gifted, is what he said. You can ask him about the dog walking down the street, how he plays football. He'll say the same thing. People got so irate, they're all hashtag Rodgers out, hashtag how can he believe that was an outstanding game against Everton. This is what he does. He gives the press absolutely nothing, but he gives them everything at the same time. This will fill out columns and columns. Rodgers says Mason and Harry Kane are really good players, blah blah blah, and this is why. Easy stuff for him. He also was asked about, well, he mentioned Harry Kane. He says he's a great passer of the ball, great presser of the ball, I'm sorry, and what you need for a striker being up there in the way that they play. He was then asked about Harry Kane. Do you plan anything around Harry Kane because of the way that he's playing? Sorry for my head losing out there, but do you plan anything? Well, you pay attention to his traits, is what he said, but you focus on your own game. We need to be more clinical. You need to finish better in front of goal. And the chances that we're creating, we should have more goals already. So he was then asked about Moreno. Moreno early in the day was talking about Ibe, and he said that he's going to be a key player for Liverpool in the coming years. And Brendan was asked about that. Is that true? He said he's going to be very key. Says he's a great player and all the rest of it, outstanding, all the stuff. But he did have this little quote, this little quip. He said if he was foreign, everybody would be raving about him right now. If he was a foreign player. But because apparently because he's English, not everybody's talking about him at the same level as what you would be doing if his name was, say, I don't know, Ronaldo or Messi or something like that, the way that he played, or no, not that. That's not what he's really saying. He's saying if he was, I don't know, if he was like Ibinio or something like that. You know, if he had an Inio at the end of his name, people would be raving about him more than what they are. He says after I played in Goodison, he can play anywhere in the world now. He can beat a player. He's so smooth. He's fast-tracked on his development, but he's got a long way to go still. Rodgers was then asked about that he's had 100 league games. He has the second most points of any Liverpool manager through the first 100 games. He says it's very enjoyable, big demands, but he likes that at this level. Big demands at this level, but he's loved every minute of it. Being a manager at Liverpool Football Club is the highest level that you can possibly be at, and it's exciting because he has such a young squad going forward, and the best is yet to come. Very good. He was then asked about the academy, and he feels that the academy really has a real identity now. That the whole structure, the whole club has an identity of the way that they play football, which means that when you bring in Jordan Ibe up, when you bring a Rossiter up, if you were to ever bring up a Harry Wilson, or if you were to bring up Sergi Cano, my boy Sergi Cano, if you haven't seen him, you need to see him playing some of these under 21 videos. He is a player, I'm telling you. Sergi Cano, if you were to bring them up, take them, just cherry pick them out of under 18s, boom, first team. They know what's going on, they understand how they're playing and all the rest of it. Yes, the level's a little bit difficult, it's more fast paced, it's a little bit more physical and all the rest of that. But they understand the philosophy, the way that Liverpool play. And he feels that that's going to be really easy just to pluck players out, you know, boom, under 21s, boom, into the team, under 18s up to 21s, under 18s, you know, under 14s to under 18s and all the rest of it. Just moving them through. If they're good enough, they move through it, and it's not a big, oh my god, now we're playing this way. You know, you alluded to the under 16s are playing at the moment 3-4-3. With the way they play, and it's fantastic, which I've also seen. I've touched upon on some of my under 21s, under 18 review videos that I've been able to see. I think it's really good as well. That you can just move it, and it's like watching the first team, the way that they play. Yes, it's not the same players and all the rest of it, but it's really good the way that they play. He was asked about Sturridge. Okay, now I don't know if I should say anything. I probably shouldn't. Okay. But you can read into it all you want. I won't say anything either way about the team and stuff like that, because I may or may not have a little bit of knowledge, and you're not supposed to nowadays. Rodgers, no, I shouldn't say anything. I won't say anything. No. Okay, he was asked about Sturridge. Will he start? He says you'll see tomorrow night. He was asked if he gives you a mental edge with him being on the team sheet and everything like that, and he says yes, and it's really good to have him in there because you know that he's going to give 100% for the team and all the rest of that. He was then asked about the Sterling deal once more, the balance between giving a player so young so much and not enough, and keeping him hungry and all the rest of that stuff. But he said, no, not just for Sterling, but generically for a young player, it's important for a player to strive for something. So if you give him too much, if you give him 200,000 a week already, What's the point? He's loaded for the next 5 years. Why does he need to come in and train as hard? Why does he need to come in and prove himself all the time? He's got his mansion, he's got his bird, he's got his, if you're Sterling, he's got his kids, and his cars and all the rest of it. You know, so what's the point? So that's what he's talking about. It's a very thin line that you're keeping them hungry enough to keep on progressing and winning that next bigger contract and onwards and medals and all the rest of it. So it's hard to give too much too young. That being said, it brought me back to Odegaard going to Real Madrid for 80,000 a week. Unbelievable, 80,000 a week for a boy so young at Real Madrid. It's going to play in the B team for most of the time until he's move up into the big team. But that's probably why Odegaard didn't pick Liverpool. He picked Real Madrid instead, because Liverpool's probably offering, I don't know, I'm just pulling figures out there, 15, 20 grand a week or something like that, 25 grand a week for a player of his age, and then bigger contracts and all the rest of it moving up. But the boy's seen it, and to be fair to him, if it was me, I would take the biggest fucking contract I could as well. I would. All you have to do is fucking bust up your knee one time, and then you're done. You're absolutely done. So it's a short career, it's such a little time that you're a footballer in these people's eyes. So I never ever hold it against somebody going for more money if they can get it. More power to you, because they'll just take it away from you anyway. He was asked about Jordan Ibe and Sterling, if it was fair to compare the two of them. He said each player is different. Both of them need a lot more development going forward and stuff like that. But he says they're different because he felt Sterling could go straight into the squad from the under-18 straight in. For Ibe, he felt he needed to go out on loan just to prove himself a little bit more, get him some minutes at the higher level and stuff like that. He did very, very well at Derby. He said he's a fantastic player with a lot of great temperament. That was a key word about Jordan Ibe when he was talking about great temperament. Kept his head and stuff like that. And he's going to play for Liverpool in years to come, Jordan Ibe. So he's the one to look out for, and someone that we're going to be seeing a lot more of. So you better get your shirts ready with Ibe on the back of it. But apart from that, guys, that's it. That was the press conference. I'm looking forward to the game. It's going to be a big one. Big one. Tuesday night over there will be Tuesday afternoon for me. Think about that. I'm pretty busy tomorrow as well. Don't know how I'm going to be able to see the game. I'll have to do something. I have to do something on my schedule to see it. Anyway, guys, follow me at Lfcredchat on Twitter. I'm on there. I'm going to be making more videos. I got I don't know, I had a migraine and a couple of different things before, so it kind of slowed down with the articles that I was writing and all the rest of it. But big push. Hopefully another video tonight, just talking gibberish about Liverpool. If you want to come along and see, it'll be up tonight as well. And yeah, make sure you give me your comments down below on anything that I said during the press conference. Thumbs up the video if you liked it. Make sure you share to your friends if you liked it that much as well. And have a good one, guys. At Lfcredchat on Twitter. I'm very active, and stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.